Good morning. Help us sing together our Unity Welcome Song.
All right. I want to hear you now. You know this one now. Okay, here we go. Everybody ready? Got your me. All right. All in tune. Oh, God. Who was that? Okay. That was me. Sorry. Welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. Do you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. Louder this time. Welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. I don't want to hear me. Do you know you're one with God for eternity? Welcome. I'm glad you're here with me. You're not a stranger anymore. Now you're family. Good job.
Nobody's a stranger in the house when Randy Houston is here. So while you're standing, if you would please greet your neighbor.
Well, hey.
I can only stay for a while because I've got Allie in the car. But when you said good job, I go, that's what I tell Allie. I didn't say it out loud.
That's funny. Well, welcome. Well,
just go, good job.
Don't laugh too hard when I'm singing, okay?
Well, I heard a little bit of it, so I'm mildly impressed.
Oh, thank you. You're too kind.
I go, man, I can't make fun of him.
Of course you can.
Well, I didn't tell David that you were singing today because he could hear he's Mr. Catholic all the way. You know?
Yeah. Well, I still go to church there.
I said,
Okay, you crazy kids. It's time to take your seats. Would you please silence your cell phones so it does not disturb our lovely gathering today? Namaste. Good morning. It's wonderful to see some new faces in here today. So welcome everyone, all friends and existing friends. It's great to see everyone. My name is Karen Clint, and it is my honor to serve as your host today of Unity of the Hill Country Sunday service. I'm also your communications and ops manager here. So thank you for letting me be of service. Well, it's my pleasure to welcome today's guest speaker, Reverend Karen DeCotis. Karen is a Zen priest and guiding teacher at the San Antonio Zen Center. And this morning, she'll be sharing a Dharma talk entitled Ordinary Mind is the Way. Her message will explore an ancient Zen story that reminds us that peace, wisdom, and wholeness are not found somewhere else someday. They're available right here and in the midst of our ordinary, everyday lives. So please join me in giving a warm unity welcome to Reverend Karen DeCotis. And he's back. Randy Houston returns to lead us in song today. The Christ candle is lit, reminding us that Spirit is present in this very room. May this flame remind us that the Christ light lives within us, among us, now and always. Would you please join me in our opening prayer? Let us join with one another now in heart and in mind as we experience the presence of the divine. In this moment, Peace fills the room. Joy fills our hearts. Life and love restore us on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. For this awareness and every blessing in our lives, we are grateful. And so it is. Amen. We now turn our attention to our sacred prayer chest. If you have a need for which you would like a prayer support, you can find a prayer card in front of your seat, and we invite you to fill it out and place it in the offering bag during our tithing, or you can place it in the prayer chest after service. Names can be also added to our newsletter prayer list by writing them down on. I'm going in and out.
I think you need a battery.
What's happening? Oh. Entertain yourselves.
Should I tell some jokes? Oh, Lord, here we go.
One has no mind.
How about this one? A skeptic asks a Zen priest, do you really believe that everything in the universe is empty? And the Zen priest said, only right before lunch.
Nice. Okay, moving on.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wah, wah. Each name and request placed within the prayer chest is held in divine light, I promise you, and infinite wisdom. So, even more exciting, as you guys know, did you know that we do have a prayer team, an active prayer team here at Unity that are anxiously awaiting to pray with you? They are available after service today, and they will be available in the library to pray with you. Do I know who's available today, Miss Catherine? Miss Catherine Jeffrey will be available today after service. Anybody would like to do any one-on-one prayer, you are also welcome to call Catherine directly to set up an appointment. So thank you, prayer team. Let's see here. I think I had a note for this, but as you guys may know, Silent Unity is available 24/7 at Unity Village to pray with you as well. You may email your prayers to unity.org/prayer or call the number on the screen. We are always there to pray with you. So you are never alone. You do not have to carry your burdens alone. And Daily Word has been giving us a prayer and the unity movement since 1924. We join millions of other Daily Word readers today throughout the world, multiplying the power of these words as we read today's prayer together. And I'm honored to introduce today's reader, Miss Alexander. Oh, you love it.
And also the way out is in. Okay. So, can you hear me? Okay. Believe, Sunday, August 2nd. I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough. Let's say that together. I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough. When Thomas says he can't believe in Jesus' resurrection unless he touches the wounds for himself, he is describing those moments when God's infinite, eternal good seems too hard to believe. Jesus' response is instructive. He doesn't criticize Thomas's doubt or demand blind faith. Instead, he offers exactly what Thomas needs, inviting him to touch the wounds and see for himself. Jesus meets him where he is, then invites him into a deeper way of believing, one that can trust in unseen blessings. The invitation is open to me too, whether my belief is steady and confident or I long for reassurance and signs of divine presence. I trust I am divinely supported and dearly loved. Jesus said to him, "Have you believed because you have seen me? Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have come to believe." John 20:29. And one more time, I trust that my belief and my unbelief are enough.
Good job, Alex. Yes, thank you. Thank you for your service. Okay, if you would please stand now, if you are able, to sing along with Randy Houston to "Morning Has Broken."
All right, I'm sure everybody knows this one, right? Cat Stevens, huh? Okay, ready? Everybody warmed up now. Everybody feeling good? All right, I want to get some excitement out there. Come on now. All right, I can't do this by myself. I just lead you here. All right, are we ready, Karen? We are. Okay, I think it's ready to go. Hang on. What does disk error mean? Sorry. Well, it is. Hang on. We may have to do this a cappella, folks. I know you're going to love that, right? It is not working, Karen. All right, here we go. Well, we're going to have to do it a cappella, so let's fake it. Here we go. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. Sweet the rain's new fall, sunlit from heaven, like the first dew fall on the first grass. Praise for the sweetness of the wet garden, sprung in completeness where his feet pass. Mine is the sunlight, mine is the morning, born of the one light Eden saw play. Praise with elation, praise every morning, God's recreation of the new day. Very good. Oh, we're going to do it again. I didn't have that next verse. Okay, let's do it one more time. Morning has broken like the first morning. Blackbird has spoken like the first bird. Praise for the singing, praise for the morning, praise for them springing fresh from the word. All right, way to go. Sorry, I didn't have that on my paper.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
That's
Randy
why.
Houston.
That's right.
All right. Well, thank you, Randy, and thank you, Cat Stevens, for that beautiful song. So I have not been shy about my elation and excitement about our next guest speaker. I'd like to tell you a little bit more about Reverend Karen DeCotis. She has devoted nearly 4 decades to the study and practice of Soto Zen Buddhism. She began her Zen training in 1986 at both the Berkeley Zen Center and the San Francisco Zen Center, studying under the highly respected teacher Sojun Mel Weitzman. She received priest ordination in 2016 and Dharma transmission, the formal authorization to teach with the Soto Zen lineage. In 2019. For more than 20 years, she's practiced with and the later guided Bozeman Zen group, helping establish the Bozeman Dharma Center before returning home to San Antonio, where she now serves as the guiding teacher of the San Antonio Zen Center. Reverend Karen is known not only for her depth of practice, and I can say from watching many of her YouTubes, but also for her warmth of humor and humility, and her remarkable ability to make ancient wisdom practical for everyday life. As mentioned, Reverend Karen will be offering a Dharma talk today on The Ordinary Mind is the Way, followed by a brief guided Zazen seated meditation. Would you please welcome Reverend Karen DeCotis? You can test it and see how it plays.
Testing, testing. Thank you all for such a warm welcome and for the brave people sitting in the very first row. What is that? Do you think I'm going to call on you? I am. All right. So this is my first time in a Unity church. So this is very exciting and beautiful. So thank you all for being here and for your practice and faith. I myself am a big fan of the interfaith, I don't know what you call it, a movement or whatever. When I lived in Bozeman for a long time, I got to know people of all different faiths, and the harmony and, the listening that goes on among people who are open to other ways of practicing faith is very inspiring. So I'm glad to be here. So I'm going to watch the time because I never time my talks. So get out the hook if it goes on too long. The title, as Karen pointed out, is Ordinary Mind is the Way. It was a last minute, Karen wanted a title for the talk, so I reached into my bag and picked out the thing that my teacher gave me most often. Ordinary Mind is the Way is from a collection of stories about how practitioners, Buddhist and otherwise, wake up to the truth of this life. That's what we're here doing this morning. I think that's probably why you're here now. What does it mean to be human? What does it mean to be divine? What does it mean to be in communion with all of life? In other words, awake. So many of you may be familiar that the word Buddha, the name Buddha, means one who is awake, just awake. I would like to dedicate this talk to my teacher, whom you mentioned, Hakuryu Sojin Mel Weitzman. White Dragon Essential Purity is his name. He died in 2021 during COVID, and I was far away from him, so I didn't get to participate in any of the ritual sending off of priests into whatever's next. So I miss that. I miss the end of his life. The story of Ordinary Mind is one he lived really fully, and it's one he challenged me with more than once. These Zen stories, sometimes called koans, sometimes your teacher gives you one to ponder to help you sort of break through your, small-minded grasp of life into a bigger reality. And this one kept coming up for me, like again with this one, I would say, it's like, yeah, sometimes you only need one for your whole life. And this one is mine. This one he embodied so well. So this is for him, this talk. So he can be assured wherever he is and whoever he is now that I'm still working with the question of what is ordinary mind. So we all wish to know what to do with ourselves, right? What is this life? What's important? What should I do? So you're all here on a Sunday, right? Joining into what you would call a spiritual endeavor. Why? How does this activity serve you? How does it serve the world? I met you at, yes, I remember. Yes, I met you at the yoga center. Yeah. In other words, what's the benefit to being awake? Don't we all crave a good nap, right? What's the benefit of being so awake? I have an answer here, but I'm not going to say it right now. So we have these spiritual longings. Maybe that's what brought you here, but we have so many practical considerations in our lives. What work to do, or what work have we done? Where to live, how to raise our children, our family, our health, and those of us in the latter part of life, our failing health. We need to take care of all these things. Some of us think, well, this isn't enough. I need something more meaningful in my life. So then we're drawn to these larger considerations, life and death, suffering, injustice. We find ourselves seeking ways to make peace between what we encounter and what we do about what we encounter. I mean, if you're paying attention, life is full of like conflict and suffering. And we start asking these ultimate questions. Someone who spoke on this very story said, we ask these ultimate questions like, what is life and death? What is suffering? What is God? Kind of like Buddha did. And he said, we're very naive to think that we can ask these questions and get a response. But then he said, it's also kind of arrogant, right? Like, I'm going to get the answer to life and death. We all have the answer to life and death. It's right here, right now. We're doing it right now. It's beautiful that we get to do this, don't you think? So we start to pursue these really ultimate considerations and then realize, well, I'm not getting any answers. I'm not feeling any better. I think I need to get back to my life. So we get back and we get busy. And there's so many things to do. I have a laundry list. I'm sure you do too. But in this story that I'm going to tell you, there's a young monk, and he's asking actually his teacher, how do I live? He's asking the questions we all ask, simple, straightforward question. And he's in a monastery. He's very young at this point in his career. He goes on to become a giant in the Zen world later on. He lives a long time. He lives 100 more years after this story. It's kind of like the Bible, when people live long times. He's in a monastery. Everything's prescribed. He knows what to do. It's not a mystery how he should be conducting himself. But he's not at peace. Kind of like us, right? We know what to do. We know what's in front of us, but we're agitated. We're confused, or we're angry. So this is the story of Zhao, our great master from the Tang Dynasty in China. He asks his teacher, Nanxuan, what is the way? And Nanxuan says to him, ordinary mind is the way. Zhao said, well, should I direct myself toward it or not? And Nanxuan said, well, to seek it is to deviate from it. Zhao said, well, if I don't seek it, how can I know the way? And Nanxuan said, the way does not belong to knowing or not knowing. To know is to have a concept. To not know is to be ignorant. If you truly realize the genuine way, it is just like the sky, wide open, vast emptiness. How could it be a matter of knowing or not knowing? And like in all good Zen stories, at these words, the master had sudden enlightenment and his mind became like the clear moon. They have really nice endings, these stories. Just like you right now, totally enlightened. All right, I'm going to go back and break it open a little bit. Jiao is called the master in this story, even though he's talking to his master. The master asked Nanchuan, what is the way? The Tao in Chinese. You've heard this term, the Tao. We're going to talk about that. Nanchuan said, ordinary mind is the way, or everyday mind, the natural order of things. The master said, well, do I go for it or not? Like, what do I do? And Nanchuan said, to go for it is to actually go away from it. And the master said, Jiao says, well, if I don't go for it, how can I know it, right? If I don't know the way to Unity Church, how can I get there? Well, on another level, Nanchuan says, the way does not belong to knowing or not knowing. To know is to have a concept. My friend and teacher, Norman Fisher, says, to know is to exaggerate, or to be arrogant, to think you know what's going on. Robert Aiken says, to know is to be deluded. So if you don't know what's going on here, you're in good company. So to know is to exaggerate or be deluded, but to not know is to be ignorant or stupid or blank. Like, it's not duh. If you truly realize the genuine way of no doubt, it's just like the sky, vast emptiness, wide open, outer space, some translations say. How could it be a matter of knowing or not knowing? Oh, the thing about belief, right? It's way beyond, Thomas had to go through what he had to go through, and that was totally legit, and probably never doubted again. So the way, the Tao, in Chinese, I looked it up. There's a lot of characters. No, that's not the one I looked up. The way, the Tao, is also known as the path. It's the way, but it also means the truth. So what's great about this is, according to Norman, the way to the truth is the truth. The way to the truth is the truth. Or the truth is the way to it. It's not, you've heard it, like the journey is the goal. It's all about the process. There's something to that in the living of it. So truth is the truth. I say this like I know what the truth is, right? I'm about to say what the truth is, but I don't know. I know it's not a concept. I know when I have an idea of what the truth is, I'm probably not aware of the whole story, right? Like we rely on Jesus for the whole story, or Buddha, they have the whole story. So we put ourselves in the hands of people who have the whole story with the faith that we too are capable of having the whole story, of being the whole story. So the truth is not an idea. It's not out there. Where is it? There you go. Look, these are my best students over here. A+. So you think coming here is going to bring you something, but in fact, you coming here makes this something. So in our life, it's important to have goals, right? I had Siri help me get here. And when I turned up one of the streets, I thought, this cannot be right. And I missed the turn or whatever. But I did that process and now I'm here. Goal accomplished. So it's not that there aren't goals and we find our way, but what we're talking about in terms of our lives is some peace in that there's nowhere to get to. There's just the living of it. So I have a bit here about, again, our busy lives. I say things like, there are relationships in our lives, health, money, work, relationships. Did I say that already? Is your life full of relationships or the lack of relationship, which is a kind of relationship? Loneliness is a kind of relationship. And when you have those moments of loneliness, you're in really good company with anyone who feels that ache in their heart. What are we aching for? That's what I think brings us to spiritual practice. That's what Jiao is asking. I have this ache. I don't understand. And his teacher was like, relax, it's right here. So, so ordinary mind is the way. That's the character I looked up. I have this little app with Chinese characters. And when you look up ordinary, you get a lot of different characters and a lot of different translations, but they mostly mean the same thing. They're just in different phrases in Chinese. It means normal, everyday, ordinary, repeated, routine, constant. It's just what you're doing now, what you're going to do later. So it turns out, and I was so glad to see the eternity. Was it in the song that we did at the beginning, or the? No, the first one, welcome, yet eternity. So you know how infinity, they say, well, infinity isn't a number because you can always add one. It's infinity plus one. Eternity is also like that. You can always add 10 minutes. So eternity is not an expanse of time. You can't get a hold of it in your mind. Eternity, what are we talking about? So it's what's eternal is now. And that's just not an idea. It's actually a practice. So in our Buddhist practice, we practice a lot of everyday things. We sit, we walk, we clean, we eat, we chant. We just do ordinary things, just like our lives. But we do it with this reverence and with this attention so that we can make almost anything we do an act of service or an act of sacredness. And I don't mean this in some smarmy, sanctimonious way where everything is like this beautiful ritual. And it's more like just paying attention and having a whole experience when you have it. When you're talking to someone, when you're drinking some coffee, when you're irritated again with Nordstrom's for sending you a weird bill. My sister is having a real 2 accounts and the money keeps going back and forth. And she's like, the money is mine. When will they send it to me? Taking a breath. Isn't this fun? And this earth, having a problem with a retailer. That's our life. These ordinary things. But they're amazing that we can get in a car and drive here and sit in a chair and listen and have company. So what Nanchuan is reminding Jiaozhou is don't set up a division in your mind. Like, I know something, I don't know something. In Zen, we have this phrase, don't know mind. But we don't mean don't know like, I don't know what to do. It's more like, keep an open heart. You don't necessarily know who the person you're talking to actually is. You may have known them for 40 years, but who are they right now? What's going on right now? So eternity is like that. It's just now. You've seen the jokes of the clocks that every number says now. It's just now, and then it's gone, but now's here, now. So we are really encouraged not to chase after being enlightened or knowing, or we have faith. So they don't talk about faith much in Buddhism, but it's a very faith-based practice. We have faith in our essential goodness, which is one of the principles here. Our essential, what we call Buddha nature, our fundamental awakeness. No one's exempt from it. How could you be? You're here, aren't you? Same thing when you look at the clerk at the store, or when you're talking to someone on the phone who's not being very helpful, or when you're with your doctor, even them. So what's great about enlightenment in our school, in our Zen school, is that you can get enlightened, but it's like everything else. It doesn't last necessarily. You grow into it. So Jiaozhou, it says in the story that he was awakened, but he wouldn't confirm it for another 30 years. So he practiced with his teacher for actually another 40 years. And when he was 60, he went out on the road for 20 years, just checking out other Zen guys, checking out their understanding, like that. And then when he was 80, he began to teach. And he taught for 40 years. So there's still time for all of us. I mean, unless anybody says 120. Okay, we're all a bunch of youngins. Old soul back there. Our lives are so full, right? They're so full, even when you don't have much to do. They're just getting through the day. One of my teachers told me once when I was complaining about the stuff I had to do, which now that I think of it, it's still my big complaint. So some of us take a long time to learn what we need to learn. But he said, you can really only get one thing done in a day. When you think about what it takes to move this body through life, right? Waking up, making your bed, brushing your teeth, eating, going to all that, it takes all day just to live. So just have one or two things that you think you can get done in a day. Don't be so ambitious, I tell myself. Our friend Norman said this, which I think is a wonderful way to remember about peace and happiness. He said, happiness is not a matter of organizing your conditions. It's a matter of appreciating the conditions that prevail. So instead of trying to organize everything so that you're happy, you're learning to be happy and appreciate the conditions as they are. Once you can appreciate them as they are, then you can move to something different, else. You can create something beautiful, but not until we can really appreciate what's here right now. And that takes practice. So that's what we're going to do in just a moment. We're going to practice. We're going to practice accepting things exactly as they are. But I'll end with this verse that I think got put up there at some point. Woman's verse. Woman is the Chinese ancestor who compiled a bunch of these stories, and he made comments on them. So he has some funny comments about Zhao Zhou and Nanchuan and what they were doing in this exchange, in this story of, help me, how do I practice? How do I find peace? The verse, he said, is spring comes with flowers, autumn with the moon, summer with breeze, winter with snow. When idle concerns don't hang in your mind, that is your best season. So even though we talk about ordinary mind, we have some agency with what goes on in our mind. The first order of business is first see what's there, see what's troubling us, see what keeps repeating, see what we think is going on. And then we're going to breathe with that and find more than that. Because there's vast, vast sky within each of us. So with that, we will go to our meditation. Is that good? Is that enough? Okay. So what I would like you to do, I'm going to give you the same instruction I give new students, I give myself when I sit down. My teacher said, always give yourself meditation instruction when you sit down. So first, find your seat. Feel your bottom on the seat where you are. See if you can feel that. Feel your contact with the chair. That's the first order of business. You are sitting. Those of you with feet on the floor, feel your feet on the floor. If your legs are crossed, uncross them for a moment. And then feel your spine rise up out of your hips. You have a long back. For a lot of us, the back may not feel so great right now. Sore backs are one of the conditions of being human. See if you can let your shoulder blades slide down your back and open in the heart point. Just lifting a little bit there. Finding some space in the armpits. a place you probably don't think about very often, but let there be room there. Don't pinch yourself in. And then lengthen the back of your neck so your head is level and your ears are over your shoulders and your chin is level, not floating up, not bent down, just a head on top of a spine, on top of hips, on top of feet. This body is what we've been given to realize our true nature. This body, this breath, and whatever's arising in the mind and the heart. Just be with that for a moment. See if you can soften in the face, letting go of your eyes and your jaw. Feel your tongue in your mouth and see if you can soften in the throat. Just breathe into that head and that throat. Feel the deliciousness of the breath coming in and the relief of the breath going out. Breathing in, you know that you're breathing in. And breathing out, you know that you're breathing out. Nothing more, nothing less. Body breathing. And notice how you feel about this. What thoughts are coming up? What memories? What desires? Do you wish to feel differently than you do? Do you wish to be in touch with someone who's gone from you? Take a moment to just let what's ever bubbling inside your heart come to your consciousness. Breathing with it. Breathing in, breathing out. Feeling the whole of the body, the hips, the face, the feet. We are exactly as we need to be. And we are also yearning for something peaceful and helpful. Let that be okay. Let whatever your heart desires just live for a moment. Return to breathing and notice that these thoughts pass and new ones come, just like the breath. You can't stay with the one breath, so you don't need to stay with the one thought or the one heartache or the one joy. Just ordinary mind, rising and falling, rising and falling. We often sit in complete silence with no words, no music, but you are also hearing my voice and hearing music. You're also maybe hearing your own heartbeat or the sound of the electricity in the air. Notice that you're hearing. Notice that you're thinking. Notice that you're breathing. This is the way. Every day, over and over, we are already in communion We just have to remember it. Take 1 or 2 final breaths, and then we'll open our eyes and continue. Thank you for your practice.
I'd like to share a reflection that came to me while Reverend Karen was talking. As you may have seen in the newsletter this week, in the Community Inspiration, and in the bulletin, a very summarized version of it, there are many correlations and parallels between unity practice and Zen. Listening to Reverend Karen talk, to me, it just sums up to one primary, which is like unity. Zen Buddhism is more of a verb than a noun. Just like unity is more of a practice than a philosophy. So I'd just like to point out that beautiful parallel. And there are many. So thank you, Karen. Let's give a warm gratitude. Thank you very much. So if you are able and would like to, please join Randy in song. We are going to sing What the World Needs Now.
All right. I know you know this song, but don't get too cocky because the chorus is really easy. But I don't know how the Reverend would explain this, but the verses are a little Zen. And the way I understand it is because you really don't know how to sing them. You just kind of do. Is that Zen? I don't know. So I want you to try to stay in tune, if you can. But do a little bit of Zen improvisation when you get there. Okay, just feel it. And if you just want to say, that's okay too. So here we go. You ready? Okay, hopefully it'll work this time. Jeez. The world needs now is love, sweet love. I want to hear you. Come on. It's the only thing. This is the real easy. Just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, just not for some, but for everyone. Here's the challenge. Lord, we don't need another mountain. There are mountains and hill country enough to climb. Is that the words? There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now, you know this one, is love, sweet love. This is the easy part. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, just not for some, but for everyone. Lord, we don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. There are sunbeams and moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know what the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Come on, belt it out. No, just not for some, but for everyone. That's not all. The world needs now, come on, is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. Big Eddie. No, just not for some, but for everyone. There you go. Good job, everybody. Good Zen improvisation there. I even heard Karen singing. This Karen.
All right, got a little Cat Stevens action, some Burt Bacharach. Thank you, Dionne Warwick. All right.
Don't forget Dionne Warwick.
That's right.
You said that.
I said that. Sorry. Yes. All right. Well, welcome, first timers. If this is your first time at Unity, we are so glad you are here. This is a place of like-minded people and a place to belong. I think today's guest speaker and our talk is a perfect example of Unity is all about many paths to one source. And so thank you for today's wisdom again. And we do teach spiritual tools that can help you no matter what is going on in your life. If you'd like a welcome packet, I believe we have a few in the back, and an usher can bring you one, or you may pick up one after. This mic is just going in and out. Oh, what happened? Oh, I broke it. All right. Okay. All kinds of surprises today. We now have an opportunity to support our spiritual community. As we prepare our gifts, we recognize that giving is an act of love, faith, and spiritual connection that puts us in the flow of every good thing. Would you please bless what you're giving now and join us in our offering affirmation? Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I send it forth with my blessings and my love.
By the way, we're going to sing here freely, but before that, here's a good one. A student asked, Master, what is the secret to total mindfulness? And the priest replied, paying attention to the person holding the donation basket. Just remember that. Here we go. Sorry, Reverend. Freely, freely, free, I've received. Freely, freely I give. Come on, I want to hear you. Divine love through me blesses all that I am, all that I give and receive. One more time. Freely, freely I have received. Freely, freely I give. Divine love through me blesses all that I am, all that I give and receive.
We open our hearts in gratitude as we release these donations. We send these gifts forward through our congregation and into our world, seeing all that it affects. And so it is. Thank you so much for your generosity. Okay, so for a few community announcements. Thank you to all of you that have contributed to our pet food drive for Kerrville Pets Alive. If you've heard any of the announcements this week, Kerrville Pets Alive is in maximum overcapacity right now, post-flood from July 16th. Animal control is at maximum capacity. They are at a dangerous level now with not being able to take in any more animals. They've exhausted all their food supply, cat litter. So thank you to everyone that contributed this week, your cash donations, your pet food, everything. Karen Guerrero, Executive Director of Pets Alive, is so grateful. And thank you for everyone that's helped with the urgent need. We're still collecting. If anybody would like to bring any dry food, wet food this week. And you're welcome to donate directly to Kerrville Pets Alive as well. All right, Team Unity. We kicked some butt on Monday, some hunger butt with the San Antonio Food Bank. We showed up at 7 a.m. on Monday and worked straight until noon. The drive-throughs started at 8 a.m. and did not stop. So we helped distribute 50,000 pounds of food on Monday out of 3 semis.
That's some big butts.
So I just can't say enough about thank you, Will, Bill, Tina, Alex, Karen. We had a couple, Robin and her husband. Did I miss anybody? Ramona. You guys are beasts. That was some hard work, but thank you so much for what you guys did. If we could give everybody just a hand, it was some good work. We've got a challenge here in Kerr County. Twice in 2 weeks, I've been at Walmart and H-E-B. Someone has not been able to pay for their groceries. It's a hard thing to watch, and I stepped in, but I'm sure you guys are seeing it too. The economy is being affected here with 2 floods now. Food prices what they are. So this is a great initiative for us to be involved in. And if anybody would like to join me in August, I will put up another sign up. Thank you again. Okay, speaking of flood assistance, if anybody here needs assistance, Carolyn, Jay.
Others, Curtis and Randy, thank you. I want to give a special blessing to and toward Karen, Curtis, and Randy, and any of those who came around from time to time and helped us, because we had some flooding, a little dab of water in the house, but all of our outbuildings were flooded and everything got pretty soaked. And so even when you talk about loss, it goes in many directions, but the love goes in so many more. And I want to say thank you from Carolyn and I.
Thank you, Jay. Yes, so if anybody needs assistance, please do not hesitate to contact me. I will pull together resources to come help you if you're dealing with flood issues, whatever it may be. So Unity, your family is here for you. Okay, so A Course in Miracles book study. We finally have narrowed it down. We're going to be doing this at Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Catherine and I are going to get together this week, probably tomorrow, and decide when the first date is. But I need for everybody to come contact me after service one more time to let me know if you would like to participate. Rick Busby, our guru for A Course in Miracles, is willing to be our guide on this. If you are able to give a $25 love offering once a month, this course will last a year. So again, highly transformative. I recommend this with anybody, and especially with Rick Busby being our guide. So again, Tuesdays at 10 a.m. If that works for you, come see me after service. All right, and then I announced on August, movie double feature for Saturday, the 22nd. So I've chosen 2 documentaries, Heal, award-winning documentary about exploring the profound connection between mind, body, and spirit, and one's ability to heal thyself. So right up there with Myrtle Fillmore's principles and philosophy. In Inner Worlds and Outer Worlds, the journey of self-discovery. This is more of an aesthetic, very visually stunning exploration of consciousness. So come for one, come for the other, come for both, come for popcorn and Coke floats. I think it's going to be a nice afternoon, and it's going to be inside in the hot August, Texas heat. So looking forward to that. And then who wants to go look at bats and eat a hamburger? I do. So we have been invited with the Texas Outdoor Women's Network here in Kerrville. It's an amazing group of women that their mission is to get out and explore and fellowship and connection. And they've invited Unity women to join them on Saturday, August 9th. We're going to go to the Old State Tunnel and go see the bats emerge, have a burger, be together, and just have some fun. So anybody who would like to go, I'll be putting up a sign-up sheet, and we're all going to meet at the Home Depot and go together. This is a really fun group, and this is a great opportunity for us to get out and have a field trip. And speaking of field trip, you want to talk?
I just want to let you know my sister volunteers there, and I would get your ticket if you're planning to go for the lower level, because they come out late sometimes and you will not see them on the upper deck. So it's worth, and they sell out of the lower level. So that's my plug.
Awesome.
Those
Thank you.
aren't bat burgers, are they?
Ugh,
Okay.
Thank you, Randy.
Just checking.
Had to, didn't he?
Just checking.
Just had to. Yes. Yes. No. The mission to the park is the ticket. Yeah, and I can help coordinate all that for you. We can do it all through Unity if we'd like. Okay. Robin has spoken. Yeah. So I forgot how many, is it 3 million bats at the Old State Tunnel? But here's my plug for the bats. Incredibly important to our ecosystem. And it's very important that we support their conservation and, to our crops here in Texas. And not as many at the Devil's Sinkhole, if anybody's been there. And then Devil's Sinkhole is second to Bracken Cave, but it's an amazing site. It's just incredible. So I'm looking forward to it. We're going to do many more field trips. Now, guys, this is girls only. Sorry.
Aw.
But I want to talk with Reverend Karen about a field trip to the Zen Center. So I'll be following up next week about that. So, okay, Celebration Sunday is today. So if anybody would like to stay after service, we need to share some good news. That's what I was going to do. Perhaps we can. So does anybody have any good news they would like to share? Oh, of course, Robin always has great news.
No, I don't. But in August, on the 14th, it is my youngest sister's 90th birthday. We will be going to California to celebrate. But my sister is so excited because all three of us are now in our 90s.
Awesome. Anybody have any more good news? Birthdays, celebrations, miracles, healing? Oh, today? The 15th. Bill Peabody. There you are, back there.
As of the 28th of last month, me and Ray hit 3 years on our relationship.
Whose birthday? And Tony's birthday. Wow, 3 years. That is an eternity. That age. Slow down. Anybody? Come on, there's got to be some more good news. Oh, Randy.
I cured a ham.
Cured it. Oh no, this is going somewhere. Yes, ma'am. Wow. 45 years. That's amazing. That's incredible. Congratulations. That's incredible. When you were 2, right? I love it. Well, so Celebration Sunday, let's celebrate all this good news. Where it's a kind of an informal reception for Reverend Karen. If y'all want to get to talk with her and meet, I've got some yummy Asian pot stickers, sushi, the best mochi ice cream. So Karen inspired me today. So please stay. And then don't miss Dr. Kathleen Hudson next week. She has been with Schreiner University since 1986. She is an English professor and will be talking about the power of stories. So she's a big lover of archetypes and symbols. So you don't want to miss that. So Dr. Kathleen next Sunday. And that's it. So if y'all would like to circle up, hold hands, and let's sing the peace song and the prayer of protection.
No update on Skipper? He's cute. All right. I want to hear you sing loud now. Here we go. A little bit of a 5-second intro. Here we go. Oh, hang on. What? All right. Okay. Are we ready now? We're ready. Here we go. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Testing 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2, test 1 2, testing 1 2, test 1 2, 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2. I don't know what's going on with it.